Are you one of those people that is having communication or relationship challenges with a specific family member? Is it your kids or you haven't talked to your mother in 2 years? Hashtag really? If you have a similar scenario, a similar scenario where they're just there's a family member, that's rubbing you the wrong way, or you're not getting along with, well, that's what we're working on today. We are working on a heart wall that you may have with a specific family member. There you go. Hello, everybody. My name is Michael Loge. I'm a certified emotion code practitioner, and I am here with John. Good morning, John.
Hey everyone, yes, my name's John Inverarity, certified emotion code, body code practitioner. And yeah, I've been helping a lot of people over the years with, heart walls, clearing out the heart walls and specific people, right? So it's not uncommon to have emotions around, someone. So we're looking to surface those today.
Yeah, well, the heart wall is just like it sounds. It's a wall, just like this wall. It's not a wall of bricks. It's a wall of what?
It's a wall of these.
Yeah,
trapped emotions.
It's a wall of those. So it's like this, trapped emotions all around your heart. So this plays a lot with law of attraction. So before we get started today, we've got a couple of announcements to make, and then we're going to talk about the heart wall and its impact on why it's causing you to have conflict with certain people or with the world. Maybe you tick everybody off. Hashtag you know who you are. And we're going to talk about that and how John and I help people remove the trapped emotions that have collected around their heart from previous ticked off ended relationships or challenged relationships. And we're able to do that at a distance, and we can help do that for you. But first, if you're in Victoria, BC, where I live, on a small island on the west coast of Canada, you know where that is. Once a month, Helena and I do a meetup group. And the next upcoming meetup group, we are going to help maybe 7 to 10 people eliminate a food item. Eliminate a food item. John, this week I did a little impromptu Instagram live. I don't do them very often, but I thought, I'll go into Instagram. And it was quiet for the first minute, and I thought, I'm not sure about this. And then it blew up. So I helped a woman on that call who was addicted to Pepsi. Now, we know what that means. They have stocks of it in their house. They never run out. They've got 4 or 5, the big 2 liters in the closet. It's always in the house. And this one, in 1 minute, and this woman, I met her yesterday on the online. She hasn't had a drink of Pepsi. So how do you go from being a Pepsi addict to not having any Pepsi?
Unreal.
Well, and you know how many trapped emotions cause that? So I did an emotion code session live on Instagram. She's in another province in Canada. I never met her. I never saw her. She was chatting. She told me her name. She was addicted to Pepsi. I did an emotion code session, and I found one trapped emotion. One. And I got rid of it. And then we had other people. I had a woman that was addicted to the power bars, the health bars.
Oh, yeah.
The energy bars. They're pretty healthy until you're addicted to them, right?
Yeah.
Until you're eating 7 a day. Hashtag that's too many. So maybe we'll hear from her today. She was also on my Instagram live. So cool. If you're in Victoria, come join Helena and I at our monthly meetup group. And we're also developing a half-day, 3-hour program here in Victoria. It's in person. It's our first one, so we're only going to take 10 people. We're probably going to stupidly, I say that respectfully, over-deliver because that's our style. So it's our very first one. It's 3 hours long. Helena's a hypnotherapist. She's going to do the gastric band hypnosis session with all of us, which helps us reduce how much we're eating. I can't wait. I'm going to do that too. And then everyone's going to get emotion code sessions. We're going to give them a menu of things to choose from. And they're going to bring 3 food items, and we'll zap those away. So if you're here in Victoria, look out for that meetup group. Also, for emotion code practitioners, if you're watching, I have something free for you. It is a business card class. How to design a business card. This is kind of like a bigger one. How to design a business card that becomes your silent salesperson. If you look up in the top where the post is, I put the link on how you can download the free training video. Now that video comes from my monthly growth club that I do once a month. Matter of fact, we're doing one today for my members, and today we're going to teach them how to do a meetup group to build your business. Because Elena and I are building our business with the meetup group. Yeah, we do it because we're nice, but it's really a business tool. So today I'm teaching other emotion code practitioners, body code practitioners, what to do, what to say, how to market it, how to take advantage of this great resource called meetup.com. So in the meantime, if you're a body code or emotion code practitioner, having the word and having your name and the word body code, emotion code practitioner on your business card, if that's all, respectfully, people will use it to pick their teeth because it doesn't do anything. So you need to have your business card be a silent salesperson. You can download it for free if you look up in the chat there, or you can go to this is for our podcast people, HangoutWithMichael.com/growth club, and you can download the free business card training class. John, before we get started today, tell us how your week has been, because last week you had a brand new baby in your hands, and
Yeah, absolutely.
been a
Yeah,
full week, I
very,
bet.
very different times. Yeah, very exciting. But we are just smitten with little Benjamin Smith in Verarity. Came in a week ago, and so he's 9 days old now. And yeah, it's been very interesting. So I've been, continue on doing sessions, running my business from home, and looking after this little guy. My wife is doing awesome. She's on the mend, healing well, and Grandma's here helping out, cooking for us, and we got a good team here.
Yeah,
But
it's a
yeah, it's been
different
an
life, isn't
amazing
it?
week.
It's
Yeah,
it's a happy life, yet, and I know there's changes in what you're
yeah,
doing every day. Well,
yeah,
good. Yeah, last week he didn't have a name, and now he has a name. So
yeah.
I think Pam called him Benny at one point on a
We're calling him Benny for short.
Benny.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
nice.
Baby Benny boy.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations and welcome. Yeah, he was
Oh,
on the
thank
show
you.
last week. Had Dr. Brad. So it was fun to have Dr. Brad on the show last week, and he told us some behind the scenes story about when he was flown to Miami. Him and his wife went to Miami to have dinner with who?
Tony Robbins.
Tony Robbins. Imagine going to Tony Robbins' house for dinner. So we talked about how that came about and what the conversation. Oh, well, we know what happened at dinner. He wrote a foreword to Dr. Brad's updated version of the Emotion Code book that's coming out in May sometime. So,
Yep.
if you already have his black book, definitely honor the work of Dr. Brad Nelson, because for the price of the book, you can change your life. And anybody that's taken his training, anybody that's certified, we encourage you to go out and buy his new book. Buy it in advance. Go on Amazon, buy in advance. And then when it gets released in May, all of the pre-orders get rolled up. And we want to see Dr. Brad Nelson get on the top 10 of
New York Times
the New York
bestseller.
Times bestseller. He
Yeah.
also alluded to or hinted at or suggested that he might be on the Dr. Oz show.
Yeah, he's hitting the gym
Remember the
to
time
look good.
Dr. Oz talked about the neti pot and they sold out around the world? You couldn't buy a neti pot if you needed one.
Yeah.
Wait till Dr. Oz and Dr. Bradley are talking about the emotion code. Hashtag we're ready.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Hey, John, let's go out in the room and let's welcome and say good morning to our friends this morning. I'll start off by saying hello to Helena. So, Helena, good morning, bros. And Jay Pinelli is saying, so good morning to Jay. I think she's in the San Francisco area. And we have Helena with us. Who else, John?
Janet's here, says hello, bros.
Hey, Janet Bianic, good morning.
Bianic, yeah. We have Jennifer Towners here, says good morning from Seattle.
Hey, Jennifer, good morning from Seattle. Our friend Susan Arthur has joined us, and Elise Shockey has joined us this morning.
Lauren Nelson Bowman's here, says good morning.
Hey, Lauren. Yeah, Lauren's also part of my Business Growth Club, so hope she's going to join us today. And Helena and I, because we've been doing we've done 5 meetup groups. When you do anything 5 times, guess what? You get really good. So the first one was okay. The second was good. The third one was better. The last one, we nailed it. We nailed the whole format on how to have an emotion code group to get bookings from your calendar. So we're teaching that to Lauren and other members of the Business Growth Club today. Barbara Rowling from the UK has come in to say hello. And who else?
Yeah, Barbara Rowing's here. Susan Arthur says congrats to me and Pam. Thanks, Susan. Oh, Doug Collins is here, says morning, bros.
Good morning. Now, Doug Collins, a couple of weeks ago, with your permission, we connected with your son that was pretty much addicted to electronic equipment and social
Yeah,
media and all that stuff. So
yeah,
maybe give us an update. What have you been observing with him? Yeah, and the beauty of being able to work with Doug's son is that Doug's son didn't even need to come to the call. Like we got permission from Doug to connect with his son. So if you have a child at home that has any bad habits, yeah, I know you do, or stubborn or resistant. Hey, listen, I even helped a kid that hated vegetables like vegetables.
yeah.
How
Picky
sneaky is
eating.
that? Hashtag hire a bro. And all of a sudden your kids want to have, can we have broccoli instead? I also worked with a mom that had two kids that cried and craved to go to McDonald's and Burger King and all those places. Now when she says no, they don't say a word. They
Drive
don't
right
fight.
past.
They don't care. They're on to, and now they're learning to cook at home. So a lot of changes. My point being is that we can help correct some of the behavior that you don't like about your kids, either with maybe one's a bully. I worked on that too. One young boy was a bully with his two sisters. I found trapped emotions that he was born with, that he picked up when he was in his mother womb, that caused him to be a bully.
Mm-hmm.
And the mother said, "Oh my God, I can't believe how quiet the house is."
Amazing.
So today we're talking all about the emotion code, and the emotion code, we're going to talk more about it today. It is developed by Dr. Brandon Nelson. So John, why don't you tell us about the heart wall? Today we're working on the heart wall. What is it? How does these walls of trapped emotions get on the heart? And what do we do to help people with that? So go ahead, John. Talk to us about the heart wall, please.
Right. Yeah. Well, the heart is like a second brain, and it gives love, receives love, and there's actually more communication that originates from your heart that goes from your heart to your brain than your brain to your heart. So we consider it to be like a boss around the house here. So what happens in troubled times? Your heart feels that stress and wants protection, so it builds a heart wall. So it's a wall of these emotions, unprocessed emotions from a past negative event around the heart, so you don't get hurt as much. But it's like it's like living in a bomb shelter,
Yeah.
underground for days and days or years on end. You're not breathing fresh air. So what happens is we find this heart wall emotions, we clear them out, so you can feel that love, feel that joy again, and have better relationships, personal relationships, business relationships. So a heart wall is just this massive energetic block.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eh, Yeah. Now, if we talk about law of attraction, law of attraction is this universal energy around us. It's always responding to the vibe that we send. So even without knowing that you're doing it, the pureness and love of your heart is being contaminated with these. John, can you name a couple in A1, a couple of the emotions that are pretty common that have stacked up against somebody's heart? Now, instead of sending just pure love from their heart so they can send and receive it, it's being diluted and filtered through what are some of the emotions? Name a couple.
Yeah. Any on the chart for a couple like love unreceived or insecurity, hopeless,
Abandonment,
helpless, anger,
ins-
guilt,
yeah,
shame.
betrayal, abandonment. These are caused by previous relationship. Last week I did a session with the guy and he had about 20 heart walls. And then as I'm finding them, I'm saying, oh, this one happened when you were 21. Abandonment, betrayal, and so on. And when I was done, he said, did you take a peek into my diary? And I said, why? He said, because you nailed the four relationships in my life that were just disastrous.
Yeah.
So what did he do after those bad relationships? Just what you said. Wanted to protect his heart. He didn't say, oh, I'm going to put a heart wall to protect my heart. It just happened. So I'm removing all these heart walls. Now, law of attraction is responding to the new vibration. It's not contaminated with abandonment and insecurity and fear and betrayal. It's actually very pure. And it is the most profound session that I can do for anybody.
Yeah. Heart wall.
Yeah, and the comments are always the same. Wow, people are treating me differently. My kids are agreeing with me. People are flirting with me. My old girlfriend contacted me. I'm meeting people. Even the servers at the restaurant, like everyone's really different. And why is that happening? Because vibrationally, you don't have the same vibe as you used to. And here's a law of attraction question. If you're curious and you want to know what the vibration is that you're sending, what is the results that you're getting? So if your heart were stacked up with abandonment and betrayal, guess what? You're going to attract more of that. So the
Yeah.
heart wall session is very important. I try to do it, encourage every client to have it, even if they didn't hire me for it. I said, you know what, let's do a heart wall, and it changes relationships, and it changes how people are with them and perceive them. So John and I can help you do that in a 25-minute session. We can clear your heart walls. But today, John, we're doing something very specific. You know, when I do a heart wall, I say, what is my heart wall with the world? In other words, how do I present myself to the world? Am I always cranky and irritated? Do I have this vibe of insecurity? So we clear that. And then I want to say, well, you know, if I work with a business person, I say, do I have a heart wall with my clients? I say, yeah, I do. And then I'll find it. So the heart wall can be very specific. So today, John, tell people what we're looking for. We want to help maybe one or two people that have a heart wall, and they know they have a heart wall with a family member because why?
Because, you know, there's no communication. Maybe you haven't talked to each other in a long time. Or every time you do talk to each other, there's a lot of this.
Conflict
right.
or resistance or, you know.
Yeah. Just like that. Simple as that. Doesn't have to be complicated. Just, you know, personal relationship that is not ideal. Put your hand up. We're going to do a heart wall session.
Put your hand up.
Today.
Let us know. John, let's go back out into the room. Welcome some more people this morning. And we're looking for one person for now that knows that they're having conflict or a challenging relationship with somebody. And we will uncover what is surrounding your heart, what negative vibrations surrounding your heart, called a heart wall, Captain Obvious, the wall around your heart. And one of us is going to remove that. And then we'd love to hear from you next week with a holy S-balls. You'll never guess what happened. Well, the truth is we never guess what happens, but we always believe it. So we have Joni Dobniere is saying good morning. So hello, Joni. And Linda Buchter is saying congratulations, John. So good morning to Linda. Who else?
Good morning. Don Boehm says, hey, bros. Good to be here.
Hey, Don. Good morning.
Yeah, and Barbara Rowing says the emotion code will explode once Dr. Brad goes on Dr. Oz.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, and we are ready. We have our websites ready. We have the bro shows ready. We have our calendars ready.
Yeah.
We are going to be in the position. And shout out to all the emotion code practitioners. Get ready. Okay. Good. And Alison Parsons is saying she's from the UK. So good morning, Alison. So John, do another refresh. See if anybody else has joined us.
Barbara Rowington says, I have a heart wall with my mother. We haven't talked for over a year.
Okay. Well, good.
Here we go.
Now, Barbara Rowing, I think you could give yourself a heart wall session on that. So that's good. That's exactly the kind of thing. It's like, you know, your heart's good with everybody else, but with one particular person, there's something that's rubbing them around that. Good. What else do you see?
Janet Bianic, my sister Shirley calls and I curl up inside.
Shirley doesn't make you call. There's a little, you know, I live on an island. There's a little, when you're going along the West Coast, you're in the middle of nowhere. You're driving for an hour and there's nothing but old growth forest. And there's a little town, it's called the town of Shirley.
Oh, yeah.
And every time I drive by it, I say, Shirley, we're not in Shirley. Shirley. And it's like, it's got a little fire hall and a coffee shop and 3 houses. And then it's
I've been there. That coffee shop is amazing.
Surely you haven't been to Shirley, BC.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to work with my friend Janet here. And John, I'm going to walk through the process and you can kind of narrate for me. So Janet Bianic, you can give me permission. I think you are by saying, well, you're not saying that, but we're going to help Janet, her sister Shirley. Shirley, you want to connect with Shirley. So my job is to find out, well, what are the trapped emotions that have collected around your heart? Now, it's obviously around a past event that you had with Shirley, and my job as an emotion code practitioner. Now, we're going to make a couple points here. Janet's going to give me permission. You tell me what the process is. I'm going to drink lots of water, so I'm hydrated. And John, I'm going to use muscle testing. It's a technique to scan the chart. And when I find that emotion, then what do I do with it?
We're going to clear it. So you have a little magnet there. Can you show us the magnet? So you take that magnet, swipe it over the governing meridian with intention to clear it out, and that's all it takes. So yeah, just releasing that energy, that stuck energy. We're just surfacing it and clear it out.
Right. It could be any kind of magnet. It's no special magnet. It could be a Taurus magnet on your fridge, and I like the weight of this, so I like to use this one.
Yeah. And I should say that some people don't use a magnet. They just use their fingertips because there's
Yeah,
like polarity on their fingertips. So that works as well. But, I use a magnet. I just like having that tool, you
yeah.
know,
We're old school. Even though the emotion code's new,
have it.
we're old school. We like to follow the rules.
Yeah.
I remember once I was on stage and when I was first starting to do it, I was first starting, and I didn't have a magnet, and I bawled my eyes off in front of the whole room. It was so
I was
embarrassing.
there. Yeah.
What's that?
I was there.
So, hashtag, we don't want that to happen again.
Yeah.
Jennifer Towner says she's got a sister that she's got a heart wall with, and Kareem Beach Murray's getting ready for the explosion of the emotion code.
Yeah.
Good.
Update
So,
from Doug
I'm
Collins
going to
there.
start the process here. I'm first going to drink some water.
Yeah. Hey, there's an update from Doug Collins. I don't know if you want to read that now
Yeah,
or
read that, and I'm going to get connected with Janet here.
okay, you connect up to Janet. Doug Collins says, update. Michael, although the following week you did the emotion code session was March break, he was home bored. We did notice that he was more compliant with times he could use it and when he had to put it away. So talking about like the internet and social media, that kind of
Yeah,
thing.
so we weren't expecting his son not to use the internet, but
Yeah,
he was resistant when Doug said you can only use it here and here. So it sounds like that got reduced.
right. Yeah, so we had to put it away. In the past, he would sneak it regardless of what we said. We noticed he was also more willing to do his chores before he got the gadget. Little winky face there, yeah. It's getting easier to put structure around when he can use it. So far, good. Thanks, Michael.
Okay, good stuff.
That's what you call results right there.
These are the results. Thank you very much. Hey, if we worked on you in the past here on the Bro Show, let us know about what we helped you with. And if I helped you this week, I did a Facebook Live on Thursday. I did an Instagram Live on Thursday, and I helped a lot of people. It was lots of fun, mostly food items because they're done fast. So right now I'm just muscle testing. I'm going to ask my own subconscious mind, do I have enough water for this? And my muscles have locked. That's a yes. Do I need more water? No. Am I hydrated enough? I am. So I'm just going to put my hands down here to kind of save my shoulders. So
Yep.
I'm just going to check in with Janet Bianic. I connected with her before, so we should be quite quick. There we go. So now, am I connected with Janet? Am I connected to Michael? No, I'm connected to Janet. Now, I'm her proxy, John. What does the proxy mean?
So acting on her behalf. So you're, in your home, she's in her home, and you're muscle testing on her behalf to find out
That's
these
right.
trapped emotions. Yep.
Good. So I'm connected with Janet. Okay. Am I Michael? No, I'm Janet. So here's my first question. I'm asking, and the subconscious mind knows everything. It knows everything. We just need to know how to ask it with yes or no questions. So right now I'm using Janet's voice. I'm saying, I'm asking about my sister Shirley. What is the severity of my level of resistance or, just that negative vibration when I hear her name or I'm going to call her, whenever that's going to happen? What is the severity of that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's pretty high, 10 out of 10. Do I have a heart wall with Shirley? Surely I do. Oh, I do. How many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I have 5 heart walls. That means 5 trapped emotions that are gathered around Janet. Cue the size of the heart wall, please.
So trapped emotion is about the size of your fist, maybe a little bit larger. So you can picture, little balls of energy about that size, just lodged in your body, lodged around your heart, or maybe they're in your neck. Who knows? But heart wall, likely around the heart, right?
Okay,
So,
it's done. So
yeah, you
there's
could just
1,
picture
2,
that.
3, 4, 5 of them. So there's 5 of them, all stacked around her heart, and her heart is being filtered and being distorted and being contaminated with these 5. I'm going to find the first one. Okay, I found the first one. It is in B51, and it is conflict. That makes sense.
Conflict.
So Janet has baseball-sized energy around her heart of conflict with Shirley. When did I get that? How many years ago? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 years ago. So something happened 11 years ago with Shirley. Surely you
Yeah.
can't remember. So 11 years ago, it's a heart wall of conflict. Can I get rid of it? I do. Now explain this part, John. So now I'm deleting the heart wall
So
of
just,
conflict
yeah,
with
you
Shirley.
surface that conflict magnet over the governing meridian just goes out through her whole body, whole energy system, and just gets cleared out. Yeah.
Okay, I
It's
found
gone.
another heart wall, the heart wall of terror. Did that happen at the same time with Shirley? It did. Do I need to know more? So now I'm releasing the heart wall of terror. That's being filtered every time I connect or think about or want to chat with my sister Shirley. So did I get rid of that heart wall? Where's the next one? Oh, it's unsupported. That might ring a bell. So I have a heart wall of unsupported that's blocking, stopping me from connecting, sending, receiving love with my sister Shirley. That's true. Did it happen at that same event 11 years ago? Was it 12 years ago? 10 years ago? It was 11 years ago. See, the subconscious mind knows everything, and you and I are good question askers. That's our job. So, unsupported, heart wall of unsupported. Can I release it? Releasing the heart wall of unsupported. The next one, creative insecurity. Okay, releasing that, heart wall of creative insecurity. Now, the next one is wishy-washy. Yeah, wishy-washy, heart wall of wishy-washy. So I'm going to check my work. Are there any more? Is there any more heart walls? No. Am I done? No. Really? You said there was no more, and now I'm not done. Oh, there's hidden buggers. So are there any hidden trapped emotions? There are. How many? There's 5 of them. Here's my hunch, John, but I'm going to double check. My hunch is the 5 that are hidden are left over from the 5 that were trapped. So I'm going to go right to, I'm looking at the chart behind me there. B5. Are all B5 hidden? They are. Hidden heart wall of conflict. Hidden heart wall of creative insecurity. Hidden heart wall of terror. Hidden heart wall of unsupported. Hidden heart wall of wishy-washy. Now, Janet, if you're watching, let me know if you're having any sensation. Now, we use the word sensation because it's usually not pain. Sometimes it's a tingle. Sometimes people feel relief. They feel a wash go over their body. But let me get Janet's status here. So before today's session, what was the severity of the level of resistance and disdain and dislike and negative vibe, whatever you want to call it, when I thought about or talked about or had to be with Shirley? Was it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10? And now, is it a 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0? It is a 0. Do I have a heart wall with Shirley? Did I? I did. Do I? No. Are there any hidden heart walls? There's not. Was there? There was. Is there now? No. Okay, so I'm just going to disconnect from Janet. There we go. Now, when we do a heart wall session, we're doing the big one. What's my heart wall with the world? That's a 25-minute session to work on that, but very specifically, heart wall with Shirley. If you're an emotional code practitioner, you're thinking, I didn't know you could have a heart wall with a specific person. Well, maybe you said when you didn't taught that or you're not sure. Well, don't do it because Michael Loche said so. Test it. Say, do I have a heart wall with the world? I don't. Do I have a heart wall with Betty? Oh, I do. Why? Because Betty pissed me off. Betty ticked me off before. So, and then that fight or that argument or that event created those. Well, there is one here to satisfy that. It is A55. It's peeved, which is the British word for off.
Yeah.
We don't use that word in Canada. I think it's more of a British word.
It is.
I'm peeved.
It's proper.
Yeah, we swear here. We use the P word.
You got me a wee bit peeved.
Good. So, John, let's go back out. Let's get an update, see who's saying what. Let's welcome our friends. I also want to remind everybody, if you live in Victoria or Vancouver Island, once a month, Helena and I are doing a meetup group. The next meeting is on food. We're going to have about 10 people eliminate one specific food item. And also, Helena and I are putting a 10-person in-person weight loss program, which includes a hypnosis session by Helena. She's a successful hypnotherapy. If you live on the island, she's the lady that has the URL on the back of her car. The Stop Smoking Lady. That's her.
Yeah.
And, I wish I knew that properly. Gastric band hypnosis session for the whole group.
Yeah.
Then we're going to give people a menu of about 10 items, and they can choose what 5 they want her and I to remove. We're going to split the group. So we're going to start off with 10 to see how we can manage that. And it's we'll tell you more about that in Victoria. And if you're an emotion code, body code practitioner, and you want a business card that sells your business, you can go to hangoutwithmichael.com/growth club. Maybe Helena could put that out there, growth club. And there's a free video training that I gave my growth club members on how to do that. So, John, we got some more comments and friends out there. What's going on?
Yeah, Corrine Beach Murray has joined us. Says good morning. And we have an update from Susan Arthur. So she's in the UK and worked with her son Finn a while back, quite some time ago. So this is her update. So she says, results. John helped my son Finn with Sunday night sleeplessness due to anxiety. Emotion code performed on a Saturday at 5 p.m., so right at this time. And Sunday, significant positive difference. The following Sunday, Finn slept well and has done since. Hashtag emotion code success.
Yeah. So talk about at a distance.
Yeah. Big pond in the way.
What's that?
Yeah, a big pond in between us. So yeah.
You can be living anywhere in the world. And Susan just talked about her son. He didn't come to the call. No. And it was a Sunday night thing, which was really bizarre. Just on Sunday nights, he would have nightmares and stuff, sleepless nights, and that's been all corrected.
I'm in Canada. I'm on the West Coast in Vancouver. She's in the UK. It's a big difference.
Okay. And Chris is saying hello to John and Michael. So hello. Good. So again, John and I both do sessions on the Heart Wall, and we can put a plan together if you want to chat with us. Hire us for 25 minutes, and we will do a Heart Wall with the world. And you might say, you know what, I've got a Betty in my life, or a Bob, and or a Shirley. I mean, Shirley, you all have a Shirley in your life, is what I'm thinking. Okay. So we'd love to help you with that. Well, good stuff. So if you're watching this recording after the live show, you can still leave a message. I monitor the comments and can have a chat with you about that. We're here every Saturday at 9 o'clock Pacific, 12 noon Eastern. Today, after this call, I am doing my monthly Business Growth Club, and it is exclusive for emotion code, body code practitioners. And today I'm going to teach them how to have a meetup group so they can build their business, get lots of exposures, and be the leader in their city when people want to know about emotion code. So, okay, John, let's see if there's any more comments. Oh, Sylvia Bellini's joining us. Okay. She has serious FOMO, fear of missing out. Hey, have I missed anything? Yeah, you're 40 minutes into the show. You missed 40 minutes. Calculate that, Sylvia Bellini. She's going to watch it on the replay. She's in the UK, so she's probably having dinner. Our clocks are going forward at the end of the month, thanks to John working on my her dog, Russell. Lucy. She no longer leaves us any gifts on the landing. Well, that's
brown nice. Gifts. Yeah.
Helena put the link out there to the business card opt-in that we've done, that I'm doing. And good. John, for people that haven't had a session before, explain how they can, what happens to book it, and then what happens when you meet with them. And then we're going to end today's call. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, so you can book online. So I'm at aliveinpeer.com. You can find Michael, hangoutwithmichael.com. And so we have online calendars, and it's super easy. You just set your time zone, and then it matches up with our availability. So you pick your favorite time slot. It links up to PayPal or Square, and it's just all done. You get a confirmation email right away. There's just a short list, just point form of how to prepare for a session, basically drink some water. We've got a video you can watch.
Yeah.
And it can be done over the phone or like video like this, a few options there. Or you can just do like an email session where you just, you send me the list and I'll just work on you and email you what came up. Easy peasy, Japanesey. Done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Janet's acknowledging here. She remembers the event. It was 2008.
Wow. Yeah.
Remember I said it was 11 years ago, and we're 2019.
Yeah. What happened?
2008, the year her two sisters, Shirley and Jillian, both had breast cancer. One sister, Jillian, who I was close to, was easy to support. So I ignored Shirley, and she went away. So remember the heart wall of unsupported? So Well, Janet, we're going to be interested to hear an update from you and Shirley. Shirley's
Yeah.
just going to call. Shirley. Okay, John, that was a great show today. Our goal today was to let you know that you can have a specific heart wall that's collected around your heart for a specific relationship, and we can help remove that so you can live a rich, full, delicious life and connect with people a lot better, particularly. So if you haven't connected with your family, your kids, or your mom, or anything like that, we would love to help you with that. So, John, let's say goodbye, and you can get back to your son. I'm sure you've been wanting to do that.
Yeah.
Okay, everybody.
Yeah.
Thanks for
Thanks,
hanging out
everyone.
with the bros
Have a great
today.
day.
That was fun.
See you next week.